Nailed it.
Hello and welcome to the Data Break Podcast, episode 54 for the week of May 9th, 2016. I'm your host, James Lee, and with me today we have Taylor Kalsey.
Hello.
And Max Lee, no relation. I got it right this time.
God damn it, I was going to say that.
No.
Hello.
That's Max's catchphrase, not your catchphrase, James. You can't steal his catchphrase.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to steal his catchphrase. He's not letting me steal it.
I mean, you guys can just back and forth do finger guns at each other and say, no relation, no relation, no, just over and over again, back into each other.
Also, it's the most terrible thing for anyone watching or listening. That matter.
True.
People watch this podcast and just stare at the blank image that you put on YouTube.
Yeah.
Bang.
So, what's up, guys? How's it going? I know it's been a busy week.
It's busy part of the year. Finals are happening.
Happening. Yeah, I barely have time to even record this one.
I'm surrounded by ants in my room.
What?
Oh no. Are they back? They're back?
They're everywhere. I got home after this long weekend and I went to bed and I woke up and there's a piece of dog poop next to my bed and there's ants everywhere in my entire room, including my bed where I was sleeping. So.
Oh god, how did they get in there?
Ants are smaller than a lot of things, so that's pretty much any way to get into a room they can. I haven't found the source. There's a lot in my closet, which is good because it's dark and you can't find them.
I think there's this type of ant poison where the ants eat it, and then it actually takes a while to take effect, and then they bring it back to their little colony, and then
like a time bomb.
Yeah, and then like the what they ate hardens, and it like, and they can't digest it, and they just die from it because there's a giant rock inside their bodies.
I want to kill them before they get the supply chain into my house.
Well, I mean, like if you give them the tainted supply chain, then they all die.
They all die. So you would get rid of the source.
Yeah.
Strategy is cut off their. There's the one path, and then they all spread out, explore my room. I just cut off that path. Now the people in my room are just stranded.
Yeah.
Not the people, the ants.
The ants. Ants are people. Well.
Ants are people too.
Yeah.
Anyway. All of them.
Yeah. Anyways, we want to try to keep it short this week because we've been doing way too many long podcasts, and again, we're all strapped for time because we're all so busy these next few weeks.
Indeed.
Ravenstorm is out. He's at a Bernie Sanders rally.
Yep. Best of luck to him, whatever he's doing.
Mm-hmm. It's the doors opened at 5, and he doesn't speak until like 8, and apparently there's like a mile-long line just to get into the rally.
I mean, that's I guess that bodes well, at least.
It bodes well for the Bernie Sanders campaign,
Bernie
not
Sanders
for the
campaign.
Bernie Sanders fans. I guess they're fans in the line right now.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But I guess you do what you have to, I suppose.
Well, they're gonna like give them government handouts in the line for dinner, I'm sure.
Well played.
Except for the first 1%.
Oh my God.
Political jokes.
Yes. Topical. Campaign season is my least favorite time to browse Twitter.
But everything is campaign season.
I know.
Every
Just
2
different
years.
campaigns.
Every 2 years. So we have a lot to talk about this week, actually. Not political things, fortunately or unfortunately.
Let me just
Entertainment
throw
things.
all this material I had away then. Fine.
Oh no! I had my rebuttal set up. So we'll start at the beginning of last week, where on Monday, Infinity Ward / Activision released their Call of Duty Infinite Warfare trailer. It looked kind of cool, I guess. There's space battles. Battles.
The name is is it supposed to be nod towards? Oh, don't growl at the dog, you idiot. Sorry.
Wolf.
My dog is growling at another dog through the window.
Wolf,
the
wolf.
name Infinity or Infinite Warfare, one is just kind of really pessimistic. It's just humans are always going to fight. there will always be war, which is a weird message for a Call of Duty game, but it's true because they release a game every year, so there'll always be war.
Yeah.
Call of Duty will never end.
That's a pretty good way of looking at it.
And they're called Infinity Ward.
Yeah,
I guess.
you can't have Infinity War. Well, I guess you can have Infinity War without Infinity Ward because you.
They should have called Black Ops Trade Trace Arc
Trace art.
But that will only work if it was
in Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trailer. I just kind of. It's been a while since I've actually played a stupid fun blockbuster kind of game.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of into that.
Mhm.
But also it's Infinity Ward, and the last game they made was Call of Duty Ghosts.
Ooh.
Yep.
So you're kind of
bueno.
not into that. And
yeah.
then Space is cool, and that David Bowie cover sucked.
Okay.
It sucked incredibly bad. It didn't fit. I know what they were going for. Space.
Space major. That's so cliche though.
They had the
Yeah.
business meeting of like, okay, this trailer's in space. What's a space song? Like Space Oddity, great. We got that one. Next, move on. No one else comes up with any ideas. First idea, first song pops in our head. That's the one for the trailer.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure the multiplayer won't have any of that cool space, zero gravity, or such. It's just gonna be regular multiplayer.
Multiplayer arena shooter. I would love to see like little space battles where you're just like in a little fighter ship.
Call of Duty, that'd be so weird.
Yeah, but like the main audience at Call of Duty don't really like change.
Yeah. Well, good. What's a good thing they well, I mean, if they don't, then Infinity Ward has some good news because they are pairing that game Infinite Warfare with Modern Warfare Remastered.
Yes, and what you can't buy them separately,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is the shittiest thing.
Yep.
Because as soon as I was watching that trailer and said, "Wow, I could go for another blockbuster, stupid action movie," and said, "Oh, Call of Duty 4. I know I like that blockbuster action movie. I'll just
I'll
get
take that one. I'll take that
Fuck
one.
this." And then Infinity Ward is one step ahead of me. He's like, "Nah,
You
You can't
gotta
get the
pay
old
80
stuff that you
bucks.
already like.
Yeah.
You gotta get our shitty stuff first."
Yeah. I mean, by that logic, assuming that you haven't seen the remastered Modern Warfare, you would have technically been interested in Infinite Warfare anyways.
I was interested in the idea of it, and then
Oh.
they presented me with a better
Better
like,
option that you would actually have a chance of
concrete
buying.
thing from that idea,
Yeah.
and then took it away from me again.
I was actually looking at it, and to be honest, I don't see that huge of a visual improvement over the original Modern Warfare. Textures are a little
Have
sharper.
you seen?
It
have
didn't
you seen
look
the?
old.
It didn't
Have you
look
seen the
old.
comparison videos?
I have not, but
They actually look quite different. Apparently, the masks were rebuilt from scratch.
okay,
So
okay.
In
they
that
do
trailer,
look far
there
more
was-
detailed.
there
The
was,
trailer
like,
didn't
Captain
look-
Price in the helicopter,
That's a good.
Like,
That's a good
right
moment.
after, and then I was just like, "Is Captain Price in an Infinity Warfare?
I
Why
mean,
is this
they
guy?"
probably have a new price.
And then the
Yeah, but
helicopter,
I want the same price.
the helicopter like seals its doors and it just flies up into space. Yeah. No, I don't know. Like I would pick up Modern Warfare Remastered, but only if I could buy it separately.
Yeah.
Looks like I know what this year's most pirated game will be.
Predator.
Uh,
It's kind of a thematic link between that Infinite Warfare is bundled with Modern Warfare, saying that Modern Warfare will
is
never
infinite.
stop.
Another way you can look at it is that like throughout all of Call of Duties, even through Infinity, Modern Warfare is the only one that persists. But
Yes,
Technically, yes.
yeah.
I can't wait for post-Modern Warfare.
Or,
Isn't that like
Vapor
Fallout?
Warfare?
Vapor Warfare.
Vapor Warfare. I like when your bullets are just slowed down a lot. That's all.
Vapor. Well, no, Vapor Warfare is when everyone just picks up
Vapes?
vaping as
Oh,
the main
jeez.
hobby,
Oh,
and their
geez.
warfare
Oh my
is just them just like competition of vape clouds. See how many sick clouds they can get.
There are actual vape competitions. As
I
well.
know. I don't.
I don't like that.
Why?
I don't like that. I don't like the idea of that.
Because people really love being fog machines, don't you know? That's their
Well, when you put it that way, I want to be a fog machine.
like
That sounds cool to me.
like in kindergarten when their teachers asked them what they wanted to be, they said, "I want to be a fog machine
I wanna
and
be
a
a-
tool."
I want to be a tasty fog machine.
Tasty Fog Machine. That's my new band name. Tasty,
Tasty
Fog
fog
Machine.
machine.
Yeah.
It's gotta be vaporwave.
Oh,
man.
my new band name's Tool. Oh wait, shoot. Damn.
I can imagine on Halloween, you wouldn't even need to buy a fog machine. You just like get some kids to like hang out in front of your front lawn.
Just have like the local high school's vape club hang out.
Yeah, it's like yeah, you like hear kids have some like tobacco free juice or whatever, and then boom.
It's less spooky though when they're just
I don't know. I think
talking about.
I think it's a little.
statues.
I don't know. I think it's a little scarier having a bunch of teenagers with vapes in front of my house.
It's not spooky, but it is scary. If you have like a postmodern Halloween, is what you're doing there.
Yeah.
What's really scary in our society, man? It's not vampires.
It's vapors.
Human fog machines.
Oh man. So also there was also another trailer announced on Friday. Around Friday was a pretty busy day in terms of announcements. So yeah, Battlefield released their next game, which is not titled Battlefield 5, confusingly enough. But I guess not having a Battlefield 1 in the first place was never, on their.
They never had Battlefield 1.
They had 1942.
That was the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're like.
That's almost exactly the Xbox 360.
Yeah, everyone keeps saying that.
So like,
these are horrible naming choices.
They should go like just basic what it is before you start riffing on it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Battlefield 1 is it's not a future warfare video game. To much to the surprise of everyone, a lot of people were hyping up World War II. Modern Warfare, maybe Future Warfare 2143. But they actually took it a further step back, and they actually are doing a World War I video game, which to me is surprising for several reasons.
We know there's a lot of different other theaters of war we can go to, but there's only one great war, and that was World War I. So we got to bring it back to our roots.
Yeah.
I realize there aren't that many major World War I shooters. They're all World War II.
They are, for good reason.
Verdun is a game.
Verdun is the main World War I shooter right now.
True, but I'm talking about huge budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's limiting.
World War I is pretty limiting. I mean, for one thing, everyone just spent a lot of the times in the trenches and just kind of being miserable and dying.
Getting trench foot. Came in for 3 kill streak and you get like trench foot vaccines.
Yeah. And 2, just gameplay wise, it's kind of hard to model, like to give, like after years and years of everyone giving just everyone AK-47s and M4s to shoot each other automatically, it's hard to come back and just give everyone semi-automatic
because
bolt-action rifles.
You have to ramp it up more and more each time. To the point where you get infinite warfare, which there's nothing else to ramp it up to.
It's lasers. It's infinite fire rate. Yeah.
Infinite fire rate?
Lasers, yeah. It's just like a solid beam of... Yeah. So,
I hope it just resets, where it's just like Battlefield 1 is World War 1, and then it's like next one's World War 2, and they just slowly build it back up again.
I think that's...
then they re-release Battlefield 3.
Battlefield 2, I think. Battlefield 2 is where they would be heading, actually. And then, I will, like, over the next, 20 years, I would be perfectly okay if Battlefield stuck to a formula where they did World War I, World War II, Modern Warfare, Future Warfare, and then reset. And then by that point, the technology and gameplay will have progressed where it would be high time for a new Battlefield game of whatever, a reset. So we're like people thinking, oh, I want to see Battlefield 2 in next gen, and then so on and so forth. It looks really interesting. DICE know how to make a trailer, I think.
They really do. They love their interjected colors and just quick
of orange and blue
of random things. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I'm very. They have horses. And curved swords.
Can you put like C4 on the horse and run it into the enemy base and jump off the horse and then blow up your C4?
Can you fix a horse with a torch?
That's the age-old question. You could lead a horse to water, but can you fix it?
Well, you could fix your horse that way, just not in the way you'd want them to be fixed.
You give it a sweet tattoo. That was a good joke, James. That was good.
Yeah, I know. Thanks. I'm getting better. But yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of cool. It'd be pretty cool to see how they do that. So there's some cool details about how they're going about some of the gameplay details. Like, one of the main ones is that when you enter a vehicle, and then you start piloting like a tank or an airplane or whatever, when you bail, you do not retain the same class as you had before. You turn into a pilot class. So like you're a little bit more limited, and you're more because one of the big issues in Battlefield right now, and it's kind of persisted throughout all the Battlefield games, was that the snipers would take a helicopter, bring it up to the highest building, and then ditch it, and then you're out of a helicopter.
Realistic warfare.
Yeah. So to prevent this, Battlefield, the DICE guys have like forced you to be a pilot and stay a pilot, so that if you want to be a sniper to snipe on top of a building or something, you need someone to take you there. You can't just pilot it yourself and just go wherever you want.
Do you have to be the pilot class to get into the vehicle, or you just get changed into the?
You just get
class
changed
as soon as you enter the vehicle.
You just get changed to the class as soon as you become.
So you're
the
like
pilot
running around, you accidentally hit E, and you're like, "Fuck! Now I'm this shitty pilot."
Yeah, that's kind of the case. And like that means like it makes people like whoever's gonna be a vehicle pilot is going to want to be a vehicle pilot.
Yeah.
I think that's a good.
Well,
a good
what's
addition.
the logistics of it? Is it just like sit in a trench until you hear an order to charge and then you charge, or is it just going to be like people running around the battlefield randomly shooting each other with trenches there?
I'm not sure. I mean, if you add like some of the games that I play in Battlefield, a lot of it does feel like regular good old trench warfare, especially like the rush game modes where like you guys are all holed up in like in the battlefront, and then you're just trying to like, all right, can I make a break for it? And then you try to make a break for it, and you get instantly gunned down. Mm-hmm. So I guess they got that down. That kind of naturally occurs. So depending on,
but not like all at once, like a unified charge.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I doubt that they will do that because Battlefield's always been kind of they've always
loose.
Pretty loose.
Yeah.
They've always let people do what they want, like attach C4 to horses and all that. But I think I think they'll find a way to make it fun to play. I trust DICE in how they make their Battlefield.
It's gonna
Battlefield 4
be
was
fun,
good.
but it's gonna be like a little.
It'll
Like,
be
teaching
different.
people what World War One was, it's not gonna do a great justice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, neither are any Modern Warfare games, right? Like any.
But it was like
gun games
the
in general.
last. World War One was like the last, quote unquote. It was like so they're trying to be civilized war, the quote unquote civilized war, but technology is way ahead of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then World War Two, they kind of figured it out of like not being the worst human beings ever.
Yeah, it's
And,
like let's not
actually
gas people.
Smart tactics instead of. It was just like a weird bridging gap of warfare, old and new.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then it's just going to be people fighting new warfare with old weapons and vehicles. It's
That's
not going to
okay.
like capture the. I don't know if I wanted to capture the spirit of World War One because that sucked ass. But
Yeah, World War
I
One
don't
is
really
not
know
a
what I
fun
want
time.
from it. But it's not going to be World War One other than kind of lip service towards it.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, regardless. I think we're in for a good game. I'm pretty optimistic. It looks like it'll be pretty fun, and it looks
I'm not gonna
pretty gorgeous.
Not gonna buy all the
Expansions.
DLC immediately this time.
Yeah, that's never a good idea.
We were so hyped. It's like when Battlefield 4 came out. It's like all of our friends got a computer at the same time. We all bought everything from Battlefield
And
and never played it.
I
And
still
then you
play
got
it.
screwed over.
We got fucked.
Yeah, I mean the game is great now. By the way,
Yeah.
It took a while.
Yeah, it took a while, but it's good again. So I mean, if you're trying to remember what Battlefield was like, yeah, I highly recommend that you give it a whirl. But yeah, it looks gorgeous too, and it's going to take some serious hardware to run that at like a decent frame rate because it looks way too good.
As usual.
Yeah. Fortunately, Nvidia has you covered because
Nice.
a few hours later, killing it today. A few hours later, Nvidia announced their GTX 1080 and 1070 graphics cards. So they kind of held a really weird informal press conference. It was really weird to me because like people kept shouting while he was trying to speak, while the guy was trying to speak, and I was like, this is weird.
Like a political rally.
Kind of. It was like it was so bad to the point where I heard someone say "damn Daniel" and I just cried on the inside.
Oh no!
Nvidia will make America great again.
How did they let that guy in?
Oh man, I don't know, dude. People were just like shouting and yelling. I'm like, this is weird. Like it kind of felt like my computer science lectures where you always get some of the kids that are
Do
a little
people
bit
yell,
too enthusiastic.
"Damn Daniel"?
They just get very enthusiastic and they feel like they're friends with the guy who's presenting, which generally is not the case.
That's like the opposite of my class. Everyone wants to die there.
That's because we go to community college.
True.
Yeah, as opposed to here where like the professor could like kind of set you up with a job, and a lot of people are just kind of kissing up to get an internship or whatever.
Yeah.
That's worth it.
I guess, I don't know. So anyways, so the GTX 1080s, 1070, the cards themselves look pretty ugly in my opinion. They've got these weird angles all over the place, and it's just kind of odd. But the performance speaks for itself, to be honest. Well, as far as Nvidia has announced. So what the CEO of Nvidia said that the GTX 1080 is twice as fast as the GTX 980. So, no, it's not twice as fast. Sorry, it is faster than two GTX 980s. There's a difference.
SLI.
In SLI. So when you have two graphics cards of the same type, you can pair them together in Crossfire or SLI in Nvidia's case. So you could pair two cards together to get more power. The thing is though, is that the performance does not scale proportionately to how much you're giving it. So like just because you put two cards into one system doesn't mean that you're going to get 2 times the performance. You're probably going to get something along the lines of 1.2 to 1.5 to whatever. So basically what they're saying is that it's going to be 1.5 times the power of a GTX 980, which is very, very good. They also mentioned that it is faster than a Titan X, I believe, a GTX Titan X, which is a $1,000 card. And these cards are priced starting at $380 for the GTX 1070 and then $600 for the GTX 1080. So you're looking at a $380 card that could outperform a $1,000 card right now, which I think looks pretty good. And then they also talked about some like VR stuff. Is like, hey, it helps VR, and you know how demanding VR is, so
yeah.
So that's good too. I might pick one up myself. Whenever like I've been meaning to pick up a new card for a while, but I'm gonna wait for benchmarks to see how fast it actually is, because what people say.
Yeah, versus what Nvidia says.
Yeah,
because they want to show probably the games that are best optimized for the new cards.
It's not just that. It's not like you're gonna say my card is exactly this much faster.
My card's pretty good, but it's pretty. It's fine.
Yeah. So we'll see. It releases late May, early June. So we'll see about that. I think that's about it in terms of news this week. Although the big news is that we're all involved in is that the Overwatch beta is still going on right now, actually, and it will be going on when this podcast.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, this podcast when you listen to this podcast in the morning and learn how much fun we're having, you can try it out for half a day until it's over. So yeah, starting from Thursday, what do you guys think? It's been about a weekend. Hot damn.
It's the Team Fortress 3 I've always wanted.
Yeah.
Much more polished than TF2.
I feel like it's got a lot of polish. I agree. It's a very polished game.
I am glad they held the beta.
Yeah.
Charm.
A lot of charm. A lot of abilities. A lot of Bastion.
So essentially, it's Team Fortress 2 with MOBA-ized characters.
I would not really say it because.
Sorry, keep going.
Okay, I would not really say that Overwatch is really a MOBA TF2 because there are no real MOBA elements.
Well, MOBA-ized characters.
MOBA-ized characters.
Well, even TF2, its characters are characters.
Well,
not classes.
By that, what Taylor means is that like each character has their own abilities, And there's
the difference between the characters in Team Fortress 2 is they have different guns and they have a different voice. I'm sorry, I want to talk, but my dogs are the worst.
It's like in TF2, it's more like classes than characters, whereas in Overwatch, you have a lot of characters that fit into a few different classes.
All right.
Whereas in TF2, it's like they're all
TF2,
different
each class
classes.
is a different role. There are different characters that form different roles, like a MOBA in Overwatch.
Yeah.
And they do same role with different angles approaching that role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it from that point, but would you say the rest of the game is anything like a MOBA?
The
No.
gameplay is more like TF2.
It's just TF2.
Alright. Okay.
It is
Okay.
just TF2.
Which
I
is
think.
what I want, because
That's
I
okay.
don't care about shooting creeps in first person. That is boring as shit.
I
Shooting
played
AI
Battleborn.
that does
It is
nothing
boring.
is boring.
I played Battleborn beta. I agree
It's-
with that statement.
Isn't Battleborn more like a MOBA that looks like a shooter? Than
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
a-
shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a first person shooter MOBA.
Yeah.
Almost directly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bad timing for 2K's part,
Well,
unfortunately.
bad timing and shitty game.
Well,
So,
And
Yeah.
shitty advertising.
I hear it's actually a pretty decent game, but I mean that doesn't fix anything, to be honest. That
It looks clunky.
It
and they
looks
got all
it's
the worst
clunky.
elements of the Borderlands 2 humor shoved in there too.
Oh, that's not good.
I heard it described as everyone trying to act like they're Tiny Tina.
That sounds horrible.
And
Well,
Tiny Tina is the worst thing to ever grace this earth.
I mean I didn't mind Tiny Tina that much, but I don't want more of her. So yeah, that's not great for me. But yeah, so the characters in Overwatch are pretty fun. Who are your guys' favorites? Not like you're the best character, but your favorite character.
Oh, that's hard.
Whoever, like, it just speaks to how much I like the games. Whoever I am playing at the time is my favorite.
Yeah, I would agree actually. For most of the characters I play, I enjoy all of them greatly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Each one has a distinct play style that feels unique, even if they fulfill similar roles.
Yeah.
There's an interesting thing about like the coolest thing I think about Overwatch is that they managed to make the support class like fun to play, and like they make it so that you actually want to play support class, and it's not a burden
Yeah.
to.
It's I like a lot that it's not like most. I don't. You have kind of usually main a character,
Yeah.
but in this game, in order to succeed in the game, you can just switch roles and switch characters throughout the game,
And you'll be okay.
and you'll be. It's probably preferable that way because there's certain parts of different maps where this character is the best, or on
Right.
attacking or defending, and maybe if we play the game a lot more and it just kind of got like cut and dry, of like you need to play Genji on this map, this first section of the map every time, or else you lose.
Right.
If the meta develops that cut and dry, then it could be boring. But right now,
It's
dude,
so
I'm kind of learning and figuring it out.
it's so fun watching everyone figure out how to play all the different characters. Like it's and it's actually not hard to play either. I had an issue whenever I tried to play League, and emphasis on tried to play. I'd always have trouble. It's like, wait, what is this character doing now? Oh crap! I accidentally did this, and then I just die, and it's sad. Whereas this, it's pretty easy to get the grasp on the different characters, and like it's
in
fun
Overwatch,
watching.
you have 21 characters to learn. In
Yeah.
League of Legends, you have over 100 characters to learn.
Right. I mean, yeah, but I mean, I even within like the 3 or like the half a dozen characters I tried, it was not fun for me to play League.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's just me too. But like it's really fun watching watching my friends say it's like, oh, here's how you play this character, and then by the end of the match they're absolutely destroying with that character, and it's just so fun to watch. Like yesterday, we were getting destroyed by a Symmetra. So she's like a character, and she puts up little turrets and a teleporter, and her turrets are actually really powerful. And we were like, okay, so I guess Symmetra is really powerful in this match. Let's give her a whirl. I don't know, I've never tried her before, but we'll see what we could do. And by the end of the match, we were actually able to. One of our teammates was able to like pick her up pretty well and master her even, and like we were able to win the match with her help.
We
Yeah.
had 2 Symmetras, I think.
I think we had 2 Symmetras. That's true.
Yeah,
Oh.
one of them.
How was that? Was it fun?
I didn't really like playing Symmetra all that much, but she can be extremely useful. I'll give her that.
Yeah. Did you guys encounter any bouncing issues as far as the game's concerned?
Genji's ult is insane. It's probably just skill. It's all skill stuff, though. I don't know.
Genji's ult is pretty skill based. I think
I've sucked ass with his ult and been destroyed by his ult.
I feel like if you could keep a good distance and have a high rate of fire, then you're able to take out Genji regardless of his ult.
Yeah, it's. We only played for the beta, so it's hard for us to go in depth of who's better than who and what team comps or whatever.
Yeah, but by playing a bunch of characters, though, I feel that there is no really overpowered character. Each character has a hard counter. There is always going to be a character that wins in a pseudo rock paper scissors match against other characters.
Yeah, I think rock paper scissors is a really good way to as a really good method of balancing. I know Dice has mentioned it as well.
Well, a lot of people complained about that, and I was reading a Reddit discussion about the game. People were like, they didn't like the rock paper scissors design, but if you go too crazy, then it's really easy to get someone
overpowered.
That's unbalanced.
Yeah, like my roommate from last year would play League, and it'd get to the point where I would ask like, okay, so who's overpowered this week?
Whoever the new character that comes out is the one that's overpowered that week.
Basically. Well, no. Otherwise, sometimes they're just useless, and then they become overpowered, and then they become useless again.
Well, they're overpowered until a bunch of people buy them, and then they nerf them.
That's like the case with all these types of character-based games, huh?
And Overwatch is avoiding this because it's not free to play. It starts fantastic.
It starts at $40 for the digital version for PC.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
You buy the game, you get the game. What a revolutionary idea.
Yeah. Some people were saying that like this should be a free-to-play game. I'm like, what?
No. Blizzard. I'm pretty sure Blizzard has stated they thought about going free to play before, but that they didn't want to go through the whole issue of microtransactions and such.
I don't like.
Yeah. And there's with free to play games, there's always the escalation element of you have to add more and more and more and more, and the more you add, the thinner everything's spread. And
you end up with 100 champions, and only like 4 of them are in the meta.
Yeah, exactly. That's an issue when you just have to keep going. But if you say, "This is our game,"
deal with it.
There you go. This is our game. Play the game.
Yeah.
And everyone gets everything, and there's not the MOBA problem of you starting out, so you don't have the good character until you play a shit ton and then buy them in the in-game currency or whatever. Yeah. Everyone has everything. It's like egalitarian. You know, it's really good. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Another thing is that like I really like the emphasis on teamwork, like especially the guilt tripping, where if everyone when everyone's choosing their characters, the like on the right hand side, like it'll say you guys have too many support players, or you guys have that never happens, but you guys have too many offensive players. You guys do not have a tank.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really good way of like getting people to play. Useful characters, really, because because of that, I'm pretty sure without that little nagging notification, I guarantee you that the match, your team compositions would be much less balanced, and people just wouldn't know.
And since all the characters are fun to play, it says you need a support. You're like, I'll play support, sure, I'll fill that role.
Sure, why
Where
not?
in a MOBA, as soon as you join the lobby, it says 80 or quit.
80 or quit, yeah.
And
or
like,
AFK.
AFK 80 or
AFK. Top or feed or something.
Yeah, feed. That's
mid or feed. Yeah.
It's like, all right, we're already not on a great teammate relationship here.
Yeah.
And what else was I gonna say?
In terms of teamwork, or
I do want competitive matchmaking.
I would love.
They are working on it. They said the reason why Open Beta doesn't have it is because the algorithm for the competitive servers is a bit bugged, so they had to rewrite it.
Okay.
But they are working on it.
Yeah, last night I played a few matches with a full 6-man queue. So we had 5 other players, and we all like it was actually really fun getting the teamwork to work out, because as we were defending a point, we were like, oh, there's a guy on the right side. Oh, it's okay. I'll go over there and put up a wall or something. So.
Yeah. And then
a lot of good stuff like that.
Attention to detail. It's just it's every Blizzard game, but like it adds to the characterization
Yeah.
of the characters.
My
That's a
favorite
little bit redundant.
My favorite attention to detail for the characters is you've heard me say this before, but there's a character named Zenyatta, and he shoots little metal orbs at everyone, whether they be beneficial or not, or detrimental. And when you kill him, like his orbs just scatter on the ground, and you just hear the clattering of the orbs when he dies, and it's just so like little details like that just make the game so great.
What about the conversations between characters?
Yes, that's another thing I wanted to mention. Yeah.
Apparently, if Mercy gets revived by another Mercy, she actually comments on that. Like,
oh really? That's
Yeah.
interesting. I like that.
They went that far, even though it doesn't make sense. They decided to have a little bit of fun with that. So
That's a little like kind of self-referential. I think that's pretty good. Like they kind of know what they're saying. They know what they're doing. They know that a lot of people are gonna want to play Merce. Well, I don't know if people would. Anyways, another thing is that the conversations are also location dependent. So, for example, if you're playing on, I think like Bridge of Gibraltar or the Gibraltar.
yeah.
I think Tracer will say like, I wonder if I left something in my locker here. And I think that's pretty good.
Is she from Gibralter?
That's where like the
she's
Overwatch
British.
base. I think that's where the Overwatch base is, I guess.
Oh,
That's
is
the
there?
locker.
What's the overarching story in this game?
I don't
Because
know.
I know I've realized everything's like future. Everyone has robot arms and stuff.
The game is non-canon.
Okay.
There's
Yeah,
no canon? There's no canon for the game?
There is a canon, but the game itself does not have a canon. Basically, the game is a fan fiction of the canon.
Okay. I mean,
But we don't get to know the actual canon. I don't care. I was just curious.
It's the canon is all in the trailers and the comic books they release outside
yeah,
of the game.
yeah. Forgot about
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. I wonder if they'll bring in like I'm sure they're gonna do tie-ins to the other Blizzard games, right?
Tie-ins with what?
Like with like characters from like WoW or Dota.
Oh, be like a Heroes of the Storm
Yeah.
first-person shooter thing?
Yeah. Do you think they'll do that?
No.
No.
No?
To my knowledge, the Blizzard guys are trying to make Overwatch its own thing entirely.
That's good.
They're a new idea.
That's good.
Pretty
I like
sure
that.
Tracer's in Heroes of the Storm.
Tracer
True,
is
but-
in Heroes of the Storm,
but
and there's
we don't
skins for various Blizzard titles as well.
Yeah. But we don't have other characters from other games in Overwatch. That's the difference.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I think one of the biggest aspects of the game, even though it's like completely like external from the game technically, is the play of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's
But it's
really
fun.
it's really fun watching like the play of the game of everyone. Sometimes hilarious, sometimes depressing, sometimes boring, but always fun to watch. Like when you watch, well, like it's fun when your friend makes a great play and then you're thinking, oh, that's gonna be play of the game, and then consequently be disappointed when it's not, and it turns out just to be Junkrat just ulting.
Yeah. We had that joke every time. It's like, I know what is gonna happen. Oh, Junkrat ulted, and he just had a stupid spinning wheel that
Explodes.
ran into a group of people and dies, just like a rolling grenade. And you're like, well, that was boring to watch.
Or the turret guy, and you never see him shoot a gun because his turrets kill everyone.
Yep, that's a classic.
Yeah, people mentioned that that Mei and Bastion are pretty overpowered. Which
No.
I could see
Against-
Bastion. I could see Bastion being a little overpowered. I think, like, just from a balance
But he has
perspective,
a counter.
he does have a
Against-
counter.
Yeah.
That's true. I think
Gets
that
snipped.
I think
You
that
get
like if
rocketed.
well, even honestly, playing Pharah, for example, with rockets against Bastion, he'll pick you out of the sky pretty fast.
True.
There's Reinhardt. There's
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well,
true.
Bastion could still really take down Reinhardt's shield in a matter of seconds.
but there's like a guy behind Reinhardt's shield.
Yeah, it requires teamwork.
True.
to get
Kill
rid of it.
Bastion.
Yeah. Teamwork trumps all. For
I
basically.
feel that from my experience, that the counter for both Bastion and Mei is a Tracer, because she could just dash through all the bullets or dash out of the way of Mei's ice.
I can
and-
confirm that Tracer's a pretty good counter against Bastion. Mei, yeah, I could see that. Although I've been pretty good at not getting countered with Mei. But
yeah, when playing the game, I didn't feel like I needed to constantly try and counter the enemy team. It was just
I just played whatever,
it's
and then
the same. I just played whatever, and that's how I learned.
Yeah, I just wanted to make that known that it's not like if you don't care about trying to constantly counter everyone, get the most efficient method of killing the other team. It's just fun to just play whoever you want,
and you can and you'll still do okay, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think Bastion and Mei are the people that people complain about the most from what I've seen. And Ravenstorm and I actually did a combo of both of them. We both ulted at the same time, and it was very BM in some people's eyes. It was a good play though. I thought it was a good play.
Well, of course you did.
I was a part of it. I mean, I wasn't the play of the game, but I was a contributing factor for sure. I froze everyone. I was frozen.
Do you know Mei can use her ice walls to more or less make bridges?
I saw that, and it was the craziest thing. Have you seen that, Taylor?
No.
So there's a little GIF I saw on the Reddits where there's like a bridge, I think, between one of the points, like, and you can't really get across it without flying or being one of the characters that could fly. And what this Mei character did was that she broke the fences so she could get a good vantage point, and then what you could do is when you put up the wall for Mei, you could also rotate it by pressing E again, so it's vertical, so it faces forward, and then you play it down, and then you could just walk onto the wall and get across and go across.
Nice.
It was the coolest thing ever. It's like it's an actual Frozone moment from The Incredibles. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was very clever. Depth. Yeah.
And the maps are
so well designed.
Designed with creativity in mind for like players' options and choices.
A lot of different routes to go.
Have different utility of movement. There's like grappling hook. There's teleporters. There's sprints. There's rolls. Like every random thing you can think of, and the maps account for them.
Yeah.
Really good.
And sometimes they don't, and that kind of makes you sort of play to the map too. Yeah. Like for example, if you're playing Pharah a lot, which I know a lot of people like to play. I like to play Pharah. Ravenstorm likes to play Pharah.
She's a fun character.
If you're
never played Pharah.
You have not played Pharah? Oh, Pharah's good. No. It's like she's like Soldier from TF2. I don't know if you like that or not, but
don't ever rocket jump with her though.
Yeah. Can you rocket jump?
You probably
no.
can.
You'll just hurt yourself. What you have to do is use her jetpack, which launches her up like a rocket jump, but it takes a while to recharge.
Right.
You could hover in the sky though, so unleash hell upon your enemies.
Yeah. It's just good stuff on their part. But like for example, if you're in a place where there's not a lot of room to fly, you have to switch, which that's okay, I guess. I mean, sometimes you have to switch, and that's
you don't
fine.
necessarily have to fly as Pharah.
That's true. But although I think she does really well when she's flying. So, yeah. So, I'm probably gonna get it.
See if I have money. Yeah. When's it come out?
2 weeks. In 2 weeks.
I don't think I'm gonna have money in 2 weeks, guys.
Same here. I am willing to buy it, most definitely. But in terms of money, I think I'll wait until I have more money or until we have a sale.
A sale?
Yeah, Blizzard. Yes, yeah. I know. I'm making
Blizzard sale.
That never happens.
That happens in like after a year or two, but yeah.
And I'm glad that if I buy it later, I don't have to worry about being behind on unlocks and bullshit.
True.
It's just like I get the game.
And that's it. You get everything they'll ever release as well.
Yeah. Although things might get balanced, which, by the way, will be really funny when Blizzard inevitably nerfs D.Va, because her tagline when she uses her ultimate is "nerf this." So I would love to see Blizzard just nerf it.
And then after they nerf it, they change her line to say "buff this."
It was like nerf. Oh wait.
They nerfed this.
Oh, you nerfed this. Oh, why would you do that? I didn't mean it, guys.
If you're on a losing streak, I'm so underpowered right now. Please buff me. Yeah.
I'm glad we have a much better impression of this than we did at Titanfall, which was play 2 hours, never want to play it again.
Yeah.
I like playing Titanfall, like very occasionally, but
like very occasionally. Most of us didn't ever feel like actually buying it.
no,
I didn't buy it.
no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a new Titanfall at some point. It has
That is
swords.
true.
This year.
Yeah, it has giant swords. Not curved swords, but giant swords.
Well, I mean, they might have curved swords.
Okay. Yeah. So that's Overwatch for you guys. Anything else you guys want to add? Cosmetics look pretty freaking cool in my opinion. The customization is off the charts.
Is it off the charts? Isn't it pretty simple?
It's on. Well, I guess it's on the chart still, but it's a big chart. It's a large chart.
Customization is on the charts.
It's on a very large chart, admittedly.
It's a big chart, guys.
But yeah, I suppose it is still on the chart. There's like sprays. There's skins, alternate costumes. The costumes look pretty good.
Well, I mean, you do have the best costume of the game.
Well, I mean, I don't think I have the best costume.
Come on, you got a mariachi Reaper. He
That's
wears
true.
a sombrero.
That's true.
There are people emailing Blizzard telling that when Mariachi Reaper does his ult, instead of saying die die, he should sing dance dance while Mexican music plays in the background.
I would love that to happen, to be honest. That'd be so good. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it for Overwatch. Because we do want to keep under time. What do you guys want to talk about? Wow. I guess it's time to go over what we've been testing, checking out, playing, producing, consuming, and all that stuff. I guess we'll start with Max.
Due to tests and finals, I haven't been doing anything else but education and Overwatch.
In Overwatch. Taylor, do you have anything?
I have an app that I want to talk about. It's a
Ooh.
social media app, but I don't think I have time for it this week. I want to get more into it.
Can you give us a preview?
More justice. Then it's called Beam. It's a social media app.
Okay.
Beam.
That's like so all social media is how you want the world to see you.
Uh-huh.
And this app does not let you see what you're making or edit it or anything. So it's just here's my perspective. Here's what's happening.
Interesting.
There you go, and it automatically shares it. So you don't have a chance to edit it or look at it. It's just more of a realistic portrayal of someone's life, and I dig it. Except for the part where I don't like using social media apps, but I like the ethos.
Of the social media app.
If you write something in a reaction without any logical thought, you might write something you really regret.
It's all video.
Oh, video.
On
So
your
you-
iPhone,
so
there's
you
like
better.
a proximity sensor on the top of your phone. So you just put the proximity sensor on anything, and then it just takes a 4-second video, or it takes a video as long as you hold it there. And as soon as you let it go, the proximity center, it stops and sends it out. It's really cool. I want to talk about it more next week.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
fine. I will be done with finals by next week, so
My finals are next week, so
you may not be here, but that's
Yeah, I probably won't be.
it's okay. We'll have Ravenstorm hopefully at some point. In terms of what I've been testing, just Overwatch. I did pick up a speaker amp for my speakers, and I did find out that my speakers. I found out how my speakers work. Basically, I found out where the cable's supposed to go, as opposed to where I thought it was supposed to go. So
Nice.
Congratulations.
that's good. In terms of anything else, I have not been checking out anything else. I do want to pick up Overwatch at some point, but that's how it goes. Yeah, I think that's about it. Quick podcast this week, I know, but
Yeah.
I do
We'd
want.
rather not. Yeah,
We'd rather not
do
miss
3
what,
hours.
and we'd rather not miss, the crazy things that happened this week. So, yeah. Okay, so it's a good time to close out. This is actually going to be one of our shorter podcasts, like for a while. Like this is going to be our first.
The
like,
shortest one that I've been on.
Yeah, shortest one in like over.
They call it the Taylor effect, where it just never fucking shuts up.
Yeah, I think we haven't done a sub 1 hour podcast since like the old Spreaker days. So when we were still
Oh my
publishing on
god!
Spreaker.
Really that long?
Yeah. We ran out of space on Spreaker a long time ago. Anyways, thank you for listening. We have, if you want to check us out, we have a website called addendum.wordpress.com. Hopefully, once I'm done with finals, we'll have time to focus. I'll actually have time to focus on creating content for that. No promises, but we'll see. And if you want to follow us on Twitter, you can find me at the James Lee You can find me complaining about my finals or Overwatch or both. You can follow Taylor Kalsey at @TKelsey.
The lamest jokes in the world.
I could complain about said lamest jokes as well if you want.
Oh, you just tweet all my jokes and complain about every single one. Please.
Oh, that'd be just like retweet every single one or like quote them.
Yeah, just quote it and say, no, this is incorrect actually.
Give it a rating, 6 out of 10. Yeah, probably not. If you want to check out this awesome beat that you're listening to right now, check out Grant Webster's SoundCloud over in the video description. Max, still nothing on your end? Probably not until after finals.
Yeah, once finals are done, then I'll continue maybe my show.
Maybe something new, maybe something old.
Maybe a documentary about Crayola markers and how they're ruling the world. I mean, what?
Something blue as well.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Something borrowed.
Yeah. Okay. That out of the way. Thank you for listening. On behalf of Taylor, Max, the absent Ravenstorm, and myself, we'll see you next time.
Bye.